Mr. Trump. Is it true? Is it real? Technology, science. Is it bad? Or is it good? Some people are happy, some people are sad, some people are cheering, some people are saying it's lies. None of it's true. The Supreme Leader! Allah. They're saying it's over. According to Trump, we're gonna have to look into this. Is it really over? Let me just jump on Facebook, the highly censored, useless, but okay platform. There was this one guy I heard, he sounded almost sad that there was potentially some type of ceasefire. Because he was saying like, oh, World War III, well, all this stuff, right? And then he was live as he was reading the notification and the message. And once he heard that, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm happy. Oh, that's good. It's good, I guess. I was like, what the hell? What's wrong with these people? Okay. Let's get to it. Everybody's here. We're here. We're here. And we're... Do I have notifications? Hopefully the notifications went out. Good evening. We're back. And check out this message from Trump. Congratulations to everyone that has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now. I wonder why 6 hours. When Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions for 12 hours. Okay, that's what it is. They're completing their missions or whatever. For 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Okay, so total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours when they would have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Well, I don't understand if it's for 12 hours. So 6 hours from now, in 6 hours from now, there'll be a ceasefire, total ceasefire for 12 hours, at which the war will be considered ended. Is it really ended if it's only 12 hours? Well, let's see. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire. So total 6 for 6 hours from now, for 12 hours. Okay. Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful, on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran. MIGA! Make Iran great again. On having the stamina, the courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't. and it never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States. God bless the world. God bless TT, Jojo, Pookie, Tukey, Miga. Donald Trump of the United States. Now, there's a problem with this, though. I don't know. The Supreme Leader coming at me about an hour ago tweeted out, those who know Iranian people know their history, know that the Iranian nation isn't a nation that surrenders. What does that mean, bro? I thought you guys had a ceasefire. What's going on with y'all? Isn't he the Supreme Leader, Kamani? Yeah. Iran's Supreme Leader. News messages and statements from Imam Saeed Ali Khamenei. I don't know. Iran's Supreme Leader. And there's another thing. Apparently, supposedly, Iran, Alzheimer's. Supposedly, Iran, they say here has announced that they has not received a ceasefire proposal. What is going on? How is this? Because we're celebrating with popping bottles, calling over the chick, calling over a woman to come over, popping bottles, celebrating, dancing.
Dear Iran, this is my official application of states that you should wipe out because we did not vote for that orange Cheeto man over here in Los Angeles. Alabama.
Out of here.
Florida.
Out of here.
Hey, man, they always hit in Florida.
Arkansas.
Boom.
Oklahoma.
Get them gone.
Ohio.
No.
Kansas.
Gone.
Kentucky.
No.
Arkansas.
Red.
Tennessee.
Fire.
Texas.
Oh, double it.
Let me get my best friend out and then Texas. Okay, and my family and then Texas. Anyways, I hope you consider this application and really take it into consideration.
Out of here.
Dear Iran.
Well, Vance warns Iran would have to face U.S. military again if it wants nuclear bomb. While Donald Trump claims to have ended the Iran-Israel conflict has been agreed, his vice president has warned Iran that U.S. could come back to the fray. In an interview, Fox News' J.D. Vance said Iran would have to face the military again if it wants to build a nuclear weapon. But he also said Iran can no longer develop one. What? Yeah, I thought that everything's gone, except for those materials that are missing, I guess. Another thing that Trump had said, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it right here. This is big news, but I don't know. Is it for real? I mean, there has to be something going on. I don't think he would just say this just to say it and it's not happening, right? Trump says ceasefire agreed between Iran and Israel, posting on his Truth social media platform. Congratulations to everyone. And then, analysis. Is Trump jumping the gun with the ceasefire? Barely 6 hours after Iran launched missiles towards a U.S. base in Qatar, Donald Trump said Iran and Israel has agreed to a ceasefire. See the post below. It appears to have allayed concerns of wider conflict in the Middle East. He clearly has spoken, we assume, to Benjamin Netanyahu, who has agreed that within 6 hours the Israelis will stop bombing Iran. The Iranians, presumably, although we don't know, will do the same. Donald Trump has a tendency of jumping the gun, sort of jumping people into the falling line with his position. And this is one of the other posts that he made regarding the attack or attempted attack on the U.S. base in Qatar. Iran has officially responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which we expected, and have very effectively countered. There have been 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down, one was set free because it was headed in a non-threatening direction. I'm pleased to report that no Americans were harmed and hardly any damage was done. Most importantly, they've gotten it out of their system, and there will hopefully be no further hate. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region. I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Thank you for your attention. That was earlier. So, Mr. Trump, man, I don't know. I guess peace. Maybe it's peace in the Middle East. Maybe it's love. This is, I suppose, I don't even know if this is true. They said this was Iran celebrating their victory over the U.S. I don't know. I guess their internet's cut off over there, right? So the people could be telling them all kinds of stuff. Their leadership. We won! We won! We did it! We did it! We going home, baby. Miga, make Iran great again. Miga, what you call me? Miga. Congratulations. Catching Trump in a hot tub.
Catching Trump in the hot tub and Lindsey Graham and the lizard people is not a good situation. We're not going
to look at the AI generated.
Throw him out completely here, but we don't want to catch him in bed with goblins. I mean, this is a serious situation. Now, the actual photo, ladies and gentlemen, that is not AI. Polls they did in battleground states. Roger Stone's talked about it. Even the Democrats admitted it's why they hate me. That my audience, you, the activist, in the battleground states, put him over the top in 2016. So we took Trump. This broadcast, you. It's not just me. Literally, it's you. You carried
There's
Trump
word that Ali
over the
Khamenei is trying to flee the country.
Oh, really, Sean? Thank you for the 5. Interesting. Maybe he's worried about being taken out.
Finish line.
Regime
into the end zone.
Change, they said.
He belongs to us. And it's like finding out your wife, is out at the bar with her old boyfriend.
Yo, look at Alex Jones. He's all cut. I needed whatever workout regimen or pills he's on. I don't know what kind of pills he's taking. Whatever. I need that.
Divorce her? Or you
the Alex Jones multivitamin.
Go, guy. Hey, what the hell are you doing? So, catching Trump in the hot tub and Lindsey Graham and the lizard people is not a good situation. We're not going to, throw him out completely here, but we don't want to catch him in bed with goblins. I mean, this is a serious situation. Now, the actual photo, ladies and gentlemen, that is not AI. They love him. They're stacking on him. That's what lizards do to stay warm. That's a joke before the New York Times says Jones claims Trump is a reptoid. And there's the rest of the neocons back there behind him in the shot. That's interesting. Biggest ultramethylene blue.
Maybe it's the methylene blue is he taking methylene blue? Maybe it's the methylene blue stuff he's taking. So after that post, he just posted this. President Trump, historic ceasefire.
In a massive, historic announcement just minutes ago, President Trump announced on Truth Social that a ceasefire has been reached between Israel and Iran that President Trump spearheaded and helped broker. This is amazing. This was an incredibly dangerous war. I understand Trump promised not let them have a nuclear weapon.
They changed. Oh, they got no. They sound different now. Oh shit. Oh.
I have been very critical of this because it's so dangerous, all the different angles. But if Trump can pull this off, I will be very, very pleased to have been proven wrong. That doesn't mean I even support what happened because it's such a dangerous gamble. But this war is so incredibly dangerous. It leads right up to nuclear war, the economic crises, and so much more. This is a real blessing if this holds. My big concern is with Netanyahu and the neocons' history of false flags, heavily involved in 9/11, Will they now stage some type of
I know, right, Sean? Like, what's up with this guy?
event or domestic attack and blame it on the Iranian supposed sleeper cells to try to
good for
drag us
him,
fully into war? But President Trump is a lot more informed and hardcore than he was 8 years ago, even 4 years ago, as he said himself. He's wise to these tricks, but this is a very, very dangerous time, a global political realignment, the old financial system coming to an end, and Trump's winning on trade. He's winning on the border, winning on so many issues. And so I have been so concerned about this, but I'm hoping and praying this is the case. We know the Iranian attacks today were face-saving. Trump understands that, didn't respond back. So let's cross our fingers and be engaged. But also remember that we're sick of the deep state lying and getting us into all these wars. So it's completely natural and normal to question all of this, as MTG and Tucker Carlson and Steve Bannon and myself did. And I'm very, very proud of the fact that we're not like the Democrats in a cult. Trump's not a cult leader, doesn't want to be a cult leader. Trump likes to be engaged. Trump likes to have people debate him. That's what we've done, and I'm proud of the fact we've done that. We're not out of the woods yet, but I'm crossing my fingers and
No, I used to watch him a lot. I think he's right on a lot of stuff, Jones. I mean, I don't agree with the Sandy Hook stuff, of course. I used to watch him. When I used to work a regular job too. I used to be listening to the broadcast, just on my headphones or whatever. Did the gay frogs turn out? Didn't the gay frogs turn out to be true too, or something, or no? They used to crack at him about that, but I thought it actually turned out to be. They didn't have some chemical in the water or something. Yeah, surprisingly, yes. There is real scientific study by UC Berkeley biologist Tyrone Hayes that found a pesticide, atrazan, can disrupt hormones in frogs. But I remember they were making this guy so crazy. You crazy? They was laughing at his ass. It's true. Go look it up. It's true. Male frogs develop female characteristics. Some even produce eggs. Some bitches was having babies. Others had suppressed testosterone. Okay, there's something else I wanted to show. I don't know, man, because Iran has not, this was an hour ago, CNN said Iran has not received any ceasefire proposal. So there's this whole thing. Did they actually, whatever, have they actually gotten it? What's going on? I don't think Trump would just say that. He's just saying it out of his ass, because that, that's going to come back and look bad. So if this is really the situation, I'm happy. I'm happy if that's what it is.
All right, I've been wargaming a U.S. conflict with Iran for decades. And all the Pentagon analysts have been very clear it's a much more dangerous scenario than what we saw in the two invasions of Iraq in 91 and 2003, and Afghanistan, and the 8 to 15 trillion they're not sure that got spent, okay? Here's the deal. Israel has had Netanyahu as their prime minister off and on for 25 years. Netanyahu is the king of the neocons, working with the neocons in the U.S. government that had their fingerprints all over 9/11. Way beyond the dancing Israelis, Larry Silverstein, Building 7. It goes on and on, okay? And you've got Netanyahu helping put in Al-Qaeda to run Syria in the last 7 months, creating an ISIS cell in Gaza last month. Rich reported on it. The CIA helping kick out the Shah in 79, putting the mullahs in. British intelligence going back 130 years, creating Saudi Arabia and all this crap. So I know it's part of a larger project to destabilize the Middle East. It's very, very dangerous. If they block the Strait of Hormuz, it would completely derail the Trump recovery plan, create massive inflation. Okay, so I want Trump to succeed. I need him to succeed. That's why I've been supporting him since 2015. It's why I've been persecuted by the deep state. I love Trump. And
they're coming back. But he really always has been a Trump supporter. But I knew we're gonna see this too, kind of like the walk back, with all these people going crazy and stuff.
Trump thinks he's making the right decisions.
But I feel like these people, they're all right to criticize. I understand where they're coming from, but You got to watch people like that too. You don't want anybody really like that in your circle. So just flip at the dime of a flip, they're gone. Fuck, I don't need anybody like you. You can be cool with me, but from a far distance, we can be cool.
And that said, I'm right about 98% of the time.
Why would I do something like that?
I hope I'm wrong this time. It looks like I could be. So that's what I'm talking about here right now. And that's the fact that I know Trump in 2020 killed Soleimani, the big leader of their covert forces in Iran. They contacted him in a back channel. He's talked about it on Fox News 4 years ago and said, listen, we got to have face saving. We're going to shoot 18 missiles at a U.S. base in Iraq. We're going to miss it, hit some sand dunes, and we want to end this. And that happened. And before he even said that, he didn't talk about it for a year after. He was already out of office. I said that was clearly staged because it's all kabuki theater at that point. When they want to give up, they got to have face saving. But I said with all the aircraft carriers and all the weapons and Israel blowing up Iran and Iran blowing them up, I didn't see how they de-escalate. But I said today, when it looked like Iran was shooting missiles at Qatar, I said, if they give a pre-warning, which I said it looks like they've done, which they later admitted they did do, that's how they had their air defenses up and blocked the airspace hours before, it looks like it's more kabuki theater. Then they came out and said, this is it, we're only responding with the same amount of missiles we were hit with, we want it to stop.
No way. So check this out. Oh, Trump. Oh, thank you, Gypsy, for tagging me. Oh, no. According to Raw Alerts, and I'll see if I can, back it up. I'll look for some articles. But it says, now senior Iranian officials tell Reuters. It's not Reuters, it's Reuters. Because we made that shit up, the pronunciation. The E is just, Reuters. That Iran, that's another one, will continue its retaliation in direct response to U.S. military strikes. What? Reuters. It's Reuters. It's the proper pronunciation. We made it up. Failed missile meant for Israel set off alert in Iraq, says official. A U.S. military official has offered more clarity over earlier claims of an alert at U.S. base in Iraq. Washington has said its base in Qatar was targeted. An official cited that the Associated Press has said a malfunctioning missile aimed at Israel triggered an alert in Iraq earlier today. They have no control of those missiles, people. Oh, but no, look, look. Look, there's a ceasefire here. Okay, according to Sky, because we got this information flying everywhere. According to Sky, let me post this on the world of X, in a world of misinformation and disinformation. Not saying he did that on purpose, but let's add some truth to there. Iranian official confirms Tehran agrees to ceasefire. A little more details to bring you now on the Iran-Israel ceasefire. A senior Iranian official told Reuters news agency that Tehran has agreed to the ceasefire. So where are they getting this information that they didn't? Reuters. Reuters. Post it. So who's saying the truth? Who's saying the lie? I don't know. But like I said, I don't think Trump's just gonna say that without having some type of backup with that, unless they renege on it, Unless they renege and back out. Let's check this out.
Able to get it across the finish line before this broadcast, and it looks like the president has been able to do that. I mean, look, he's been working the phones constantly, and tomorrow really is a new day. The end of the 12-day war, the end of the Iranian nuclear program, and I really do believe the beginning of something very big for peace in the Middle East.
A ceasefire has been reached between Israel and Iran that President Trump spearheaded and helped broker. This is amazing. This was an incredibly dangerous war. I understand Trump promised not let them have a nuclear weapon. I have been very critical of this because it's so dangerous, all the different angles. But if Trump can pull this off, I will be very, very pleased. Incredible 8 years ago.
for the American people watching, it's dark over there. That's typically when the Israelis and the Iranians have been shooting at each other. I think there's some recognition that that might continue for another few hours. And tomorrow really is a new day. The end of the 12-day war, the end of the Iranian nuclear program. And I really do believe the beginning of something very big for peace in the Middle East. When I left the White House, I thought that we might be able to get it across the finish line before this broadcast. And it looks like the president has been able to do that. I mean, look, he's been working the phones constantly. Frankly, before the 12-day war started, but certainly over the past 12 days, the president's been extremely clear about America's.
Iran, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm seeing other reports too saying that they confirmed that they agreed to a ceasefire, but then there was the other contradicting reports that say they didn't. So who knows what? Who knows? I don't know what's true, what's not true, man.
National objective here. It is to create a
I'm gonna go
world
with what Trump
where
said.
Iran cannot build a nuclear weapon. We, of course, destroyed the nuclear program that they had, and the president told the entire team, we're going to work to make sure that they don't try to rebuild that nuclear capability in the future. And it's, look, this is a great thing. For Israel, think about this. They've accomplished an important military objective. They've helped us destroy the Iranian nuclear program. They've also destroyed the conventional missile capability of Iran that threatened the country of Israel. For the Iranians, I think this is a new opportunity to actually pursue the path of peace. As I said yesterday, what the Iranians have showed through their support of terror networks, through their now failed effort to build a nuclear weapon, is that they're just not very good at war. And I think the president really hit the reset button and said, look, let's actually produce long-term peace for the region. That's always been his goal. I actually think when we look back, we will say the 12-day war was an important reset moment for the entire region.
Biggest ultramethylene blue sale ever.
Methylene blue. There was this guy too that posted this ominous post on TikTok that had many people wondering and in fear for their lives. Thousands, if not millions of people were very concerned. This is before the peace thing.
Hey, I just wanted to get on here and say that, you know, we just did the strikes on Iran. We just entered the war officially, so there's not a lot I'm allowed to say, but just for y'all's loved ones' sake, I hope y'all have some supplies. Like, I hope y'all got some a place to go, so some supplies, and things are gonna start getting crazy. So we've been eating a lot of lobster dinners recently, and if you know, you know. Y'all stay safe out there. This is not to scare anybody. This is just to let y'all know that things are about to get pretty wicked. So stay safe and you know, watch out for each other. Amen.
Everybody went wild. Oh my God. People were freaking out. People were running. People were packing, storing supplies. Oh my God, what's happening? Ah! Massive, 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 massive chaos because of one TikTok video from somebody that looks like he's actively serving. I guess apparently there was a follow-up video. 2 hours ago, he admits he doesn't know anything.
Hey, yo, what's up? I just wanted to address some things. In my last video, I didn't mean to scare anybody at all. I wasn't trying to, like, scare somebody or get clout. I didn't think the video would blow up. I'm not trying to blow up on this app. I just, it was my own opinion. I trust our government. Obviously, I joined the military. I love our government. I think they try to do the right thing as an opinion. And, but I did say that we officially entered the war. I didn't say we're at war. There's two different.
That's what the same shit. That's what you said.
Different things. Very.
Not walking it back.
Very big. Two different things. I think that we're all going to be okay. I think that our government's very powerful, and our military is, you know, the most powerful in the world. And I was just saying that when things, you know, when things usually escalate throughout history, when things, you know, when we get into issue with other countries. Usually other countries try to capitalize on that and, you know, come at us too. So I was just saying that things might get kind of bad, but maybe they won't. Maybe everything will work out in the end, you know. I just want us to, as a people, be okay. And
All right, I'm gonna skip forward.
I mean, this is the future.
People went and spent their life savings, took out all their money from their bank accounts, cashed out their 401ks, and then 2 hours later, well, you know, it's whatever. I just want you to be safe.
I just want to know how I'm supposed to do my job when we bombed Iran and we're just supposed to like go around about.
Yeah, keep working. I mean, unless you don't gotta pay
We're just
bills.
supposed to get these boxes out
Yeah.
without being worried.
Yeah.
I just need somebody to explain to me how I'm supposed to not crash out. I just want to know how I'm supposed to do my job when we bombed Iran and we're just supposed to like go around about.
Yeah. All right, let me see what else they're saying. Disney World bans hat in the mega parks. Inaccurate, satirical. Okay. Come on, do something. All right, let's see the View. Got to check in our favorite show. Oh wait, that's the wrong link. Ooh, doesn't want to load. Uh-oh. Iran?
Hate a politician they disagree
Just that
with.
video.
They hate a politician they can't trust.
On the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
Oh shit, they caught this guy? The guy that we were talking about earlier, the guy that's running for New York for against Cuomo.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there, on the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's real and one that's affected?
Oh god.
What I would say is, as any immigrant knows, having been born in Kampala, Uganda, and then raised in South Africa and moving here when I'm 7 years old, is there are different parts of my life.
Worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour.
Mamdani was talking about a worldwide press tour back when he was a rapper.
Repeating ting ping pong.
Bring the flavor to the fish, bring the flavor to the rice.
Oh.
In a Disney movie directed by his mother.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way. Here in New York City, this is how.
Whoa, okay. He said that you can't come now trying to play you bull and shit.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way. Here in New York City, this is how I speak, this is how I am.
Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan?
Because I think that
New York, New York. Welcome to New York. What's I'm afraid of? What's beside you? The Hodge twin says, man, I hope this holds. I hope this holds. The ceasefire, complete and total ceasefire. I think some of these people are hoping it doesn't hold because then they can say they're right. I think some people would hope for destruction just to say, see, I told you. I feel like this has let down a lot of people, the ceasefire. Some people that are turned, turncoats. Let's see what Cat Turd had to say. President Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. Lewis is furious over the ceasefire. Yes, give John Bolton, Mike Pompeo, Liz Cheney, Laura Loomer, and Cat Turds their medals. They'll be even more happier when Israel violates ceasefire. I know some people are upset about this. Real Trump supporters for the win. Red alert, Panicans with a huge L. Well, I'm hopeful too. I'm hoping that this stands. I'm hoping that they follow through and actually, like, this is it. We'll see. I don't know. Panikins. Panikins got to take the back seat. You know, like a backseat driver screaming and yelling, "Be quiet, I'm driving. I don't need you yelling and distracting me. Get out of here." Sitting there, you're in the back for a reason. You know, so a backseat driver. All those people, though, when things start happening, they start screaming, "Ah!" Screaming and running. Get out. We don't need people like you. You go to the other side and watch, because we know you're going to switch. You're flimsy. You never stand on anything. So, yeah, so thank you for the support, but from a distance and from the side. We don't need let other people handle it. You know? The red alert. End of the world. Sky is falling. Boots on the ground. World War III. Armageddon bros. Had another bad day today. I know there's people that live and thrive off every day is the end of the world. World War III, nuclear bomb, some virus, whatever. For some people, every day is the end of the world. It's like kids in high school, like a relationship is the end of the world. You know, your friendship, a friendship falls and you're crying and you're heartbroken and the world's ending. That's the mentality. Blow the wind. So I don't know. Hopefully this sticks. Hopefully it sticks. Let's see what else they're saying. Well, I should check one of the news channels too, see what they're saying, I guess. This is kind of funny. It's like a meme. Trump, US, Iran. It should have probably been, or us. Should have been Israel, maybe. No? Let's see what Fox is saying.
Hamas's military budget came from Iran. And we have the Houthis. All of their missiles and rockets came from Iran. We've got Shiite groups in Iraq funded by Iran. Now, why are they a state sponsor of terrorism? Because they sponsor terrorism all over the world, and they did it with petrodollars from the Iran nuclear deal and other sources of revenue, which was a really bad idea, and that's why Trump pulled out. Here's the reporting over the period here. Hamas-Iran alliance. Captured documents expose decades-long terror funding. So when Israel began to liberate Gaza from Hamas and drive out Hamas terrorists, they found a treasure trove of documents showing the history between Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran, suitcase stuffed with cash. U.S. flow of funds to Yemen to help the Houthis. What else have they done other than funding terrorist groups? They've threatened to kill American officials. President Trump, Brian Hook, General McKenzie, Robert O'Brien, Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of Defense Mark Esper, all these people involved in the
all right. Let me see what they're saying here in this chat.
Hey, look, this is just a deception from Trump to help Israel to throw Iran off. So, what ceasefire? They're gonna like. What? He thinks that's gonna throw them off. They might even get the call.
The
from Qatar.
Clintons,
Who knows?
Obama, and the
Not gonna agree
Biden
to it,
admin
but
worked
it's just a
triple
way to
time
try
to
to
help
throw them
Iran
off
make money to
their
fund
current
Iran
momentum
and
that
its
they have.
proxies.
Since now they don't have to worry
Today
about
is
the
a
US
sad
anymore,
day
they
for
can go full
liberals,
throttle against
mainstream
Israel.
media, and
He's
the
trying to
deep.
obviously prevent that because he still
Sorry,
represents
not
Israel's
sorry.
interests. He doesn't care about Iran. So Israel still
Thank you for the
presents a
10.
threat to Iran. So I think they're going to carry on with their mission.
I think too what Israel's doing here, really quick too, I think what Israel and the U.S. is doing here is they're trying to get a good gauge on how submissive that the Iranian regime is. Are they just gonna call for a ceasefire and agree with us right away after we also bombed and nuked their area up, or are they still like hard and tough to the core and still confident that they could take us out here? So I just think it's a tool to measure truly after seeing what they did to the resistance in Palestine and Lebanon. It's really just a tool to measure the opposition. So one must be very careful making deals with these enemies.
The white ones.
White ones.
So a ceasefire is announced by Trump, and then there's a bomb in the White House at the same time.
Unfucking believable, man. This
And
is
that's
like
another false
you couldn't
flag,
write
too.
a you couldn't write a
Someone
script.
doesn't like the fact that Trump made the peace deal. This is literally a Disney film, isn't it?
This is literally a script, man, by like one of these famous producers. We won't say their last name. Probably ends in Wits. Probably ends in Wits or something like that.
It's Ziowood.
I think you mean Stein, like
Stein.
Weinstein
Yep.
or Epstein or Goldstein.
So these are some of the people that are in support of Iran and all that stuff. And so I guess they're kind of still in denial about the deal, or maybe they think it's like a psyop, a test to see, breaking huge win at SCOTUS just now. They ruled 6-3 in Trump's favor on deporting illegal aliens to a third country. Mass deportations. What was I thinking of? I guess, let me see, is there anything else? Washington, D.C. That's what this. I don't know. So, yeah, hopefully it's peace, man. Hopefully it is peace. And that's that. Hopefully, I don't know if these other countries are going to get involved. I don't know. Sleeper cells. I guess time will tell. Time will tell, and we'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I got to water the plants. Got to water quite a bit of plants before it starts, before the sun goes down. But thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned. I'm still working on the website, too. I'm working on modifications, all this stuff. But I'll keep you tuned. And, all right. Peace. Thank you so much. Peace. Bloop, 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 bloop.